There's a term that's been used, a balance of payment issue. What does that mean, and why is that affecting New York State more than the other states in the United States?
Yeah, the balance of payments, it's often referred to as a balance of payments deficit in the state of New York, in our circumstance. What it is it's a broad measure of the taxes raised on a state-by-state basis and how much of that tax revenue is sent to Washington, and you measure that against how much do you get back in federal outlays. So we pay a lot of federal income taxes. We have high wealth in this state. We have a higher than average median income in this state, so we're paying a lot of federal income tax that goes to Washington, and from there it gets distributed to other states in federal outlays. What we get back in federal outlays is far less than what we send in tax revenue to the state. In the most recent year, we estimate that about $48 billion in federal taxes goes to Washington that we don't get back in federal outlays. So we're negative $48 billion. And as I said before, that negative balance of payments that we have with the federal government is redistributed to all the other states, which positively impacts their GDP. So when we talk about fairness, we need to look at it in a whole. Right now, we are in a negative fiscal situation with the federal government. That hurts.
What does that mean?
Well, it hurts our ability to spend money locally. Think about that $48 billion that we spent to Washington. What if we could keep that in New York and spend it for local projects or invest it in our economy? That's a disadvantage for New York, and it's not necessarily a bad disadvantage because it means we have a lot of ability to raise revenue in our state because we have a lot of high earners, and we have some very strong pockets to our economy that we can raise revenue from. The disadvantage, though, nationally is our surplus funds are being used to boost the GDP of other states, and that's not fair. These SALT provisions will make it worse from our perspective.